Hola. I just want to see what this sounds like real quick. Start our sound check real quick. Oh, that's not together. No, I haven't really posted yet. There we go. Can you guys hear me all right? Yeah, it sounds like I sound okay, right? I sound okay. I think I sound okay. I'm listening to myself in the video as it's lagging, and I sound crazy. So we're going to do things a little different. I'm going to do two separate videos. This first video, I'm just going to go over what the sun is doing. And you don't have to be a Pisces to be like, um, you know, this doesn't apply to me, whatever. It applies to everyone because we're all under the same sun, and this is what the sun is doing. So I am Sunshine Moment. Nice to meet you. If y'all cannot understand me or hear me, please write in the comments that y'all can't understand me or hear me because I don't want to have like too many videos with like poor audio. It seems to be the what keeps happening. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm that hype. It took me a while to get here as far as doing a Pisces reading for a lot of reasons, and we'll get into it later as we go over the planets. But first, we're going to go over Pisces season, and then the next video that I do, it'll be the actual planetary forecast where we will talk about where all the planets are and what they're doing and what that means for you. So that's fun. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. I'm getting my Instagram videos. I post on multiple platforms at the same time, and this kind of helps get my audio right for YouTube too. Again, if you can't hear me or understand me, or if my audio is crappy, please let me know. Don't just have me sticking out here, y'all, because I don't know what she told me. But yeah. So first and foremost, Happy New Year, y'all. We experienced the Chinese New Year's. It is now officially the year of the ox. We were actually in the middle, right? But now we're in the year of the ox, so that's fun and exciting. I guess we'll start off talking about the year. What's the year looking like for us? So the Chinese New Year was February 12th, and it's not just Chinese New Year because there are some countries in Africa that also have their New Year on this day too, as they follow Asian culture. I see my pen was looking on me. That's what's up. Uh, um, but yeah, hey. So yeah, the ox is the second zodiac sign. The metal rat is actually the first zodiac sign, and how it is the story behind it all is the emperor was having a party, and at his party he said the order that you guys come in is how the order of the years will go. Well, the clever rat went to the ox and was like, "Hey, if you let me ride on your back to the party, that's how we'll get there." And so the ox took the rat, and right before they were about to cross the line at the same time, the rat jumped off the ox and finished and got into the party first, which is why the rat is the first sign of the age, and the ox is the second because, of course, the ox, crossed the line and went into the party right after the rat. So, with that being said, we came out of the clever, fertile rat energy, and now we're into the ox energy, which is the earthly branch, which you deal with a lot of slow and steady and determined energy, but also a little bit stubborn. The most like spiritual time, like the hours right now, is between 1 and 3 in the morning. So if you've been waking up during that time, you're probably like aligned with some energy that you want to do like some self talking. You're awake during those hours, it's like the perfect time to get into the movement with the planets or doing things like that. And talk about what the moon and the planets are doing eventually. We'll get into that. But 1 and 3 in the morning is definitely a good time to align yourself. As far as like traits of the ox goes, they're honest and earnest, low key, and don't look for praise. They hide their talents but gain recognition through their hard work. They also think logically. They're weakest in communication and may not enjoy exchanging ideas. Also bring back that earth, stubborn, determined energy, but also reliable and diligent, and also calm because as in the story, you see the ox gave the ride to the rat and generous. We are in the year of the metal ox, as we were in the metal rat, so we're still in the metals, which is like a water type energy, which is cool. Aquarius is, yeah, it's like a hurricane going on, as above, so below. So the metal ox, during this time, they face obstacles early on. If you are an ox sign, there's no financial worries. Friends and family are not much help during this time for you guys, but you will enjoy a comfortable retirement. You keep giving and doing all you're doing. So the ox essentially has like the same kind of energy as like that Taurus kind of energy. Men of the sign are reliable and trustworthy. They're a great responsibility. The family, they're also very confident, which can be interchanged with a little bit of arrogance along with that. They don't leave room for others to go against them, and they hold children to high expectations, even though those expectations are unrealistic. So if you have a parent who is an ox, I'm sorry, I'm a horse, and that's fun. I'm everywhere, everywhere and nowhere, and everywhere in between. Women of the sign are calm and gentle. They never surrender to fate and rarely choose alternatives. This may lead to life struggles, and they also may think and react quickly. Again, coming back to like that synonymous Taurus energy with ox energy. And the most compatible energies with ox energy is the rat, snake, and rooster. The least compatible are the goat, horse, and dog. I'm a horse. But for luck, in terms of this energy, this metal ox energy that we're going through right now, blue, yellow, and green are good colors to have on your altar. And just know your body is also an altar, and space in your space that you look at on a regular basis is an altar. I have a lot of people question me about that. Like, how do I make an altar by my space? Mommy, you have a body. My body is my altar. My jewelry is very, very intentional. When I put my jewelry on every day, I think about the stones that I'm putting on and the fingers and the hands that I'm putting on them and things like that. Very intentional. This right here is very intentional. This is Virgo sunshine in its purest form. This is my symbol. We have some stones and we have green inventory. That's Virgo sunshine right there. So like I'm very, very intentional. And as long as your mind is there and your intentions are there, when you place your stone, when you place your herbs or whatever might have you, that's all that matters. Also food, putting food in your body. Like that's putting something into your altar. The same way you feed your ancestors on the outside, you also feed your ancestors within. You as a woman, me personally as a woman, I mean I have zero intentions on having more children. But for those of you who are like, yeah, I would have kids one day, understand that you were born with every egg you'll ever give life to, whether it comes out during your period or it comes out of the baby. So feeding your body, putting things in your body, on your body. That's the same thing as having a physical altar right there with the candles and all the stuff everybody sees in the movies and feels the need to emulate. I do a lot of stuff for my body on a daily basis, and that's enough for me, especially because I travel so much and I'm barely home and things like that. So like, yeah, I kind of, you have to have that mindset that, you are the altar and you're the medium. You're the one that gets you to the ancestors. You're the one that gets you to the descendants. So coming back, we were talking about colors. The numbers are 1 and 4, and 1 and 4 is cool because 1 is the number of like the Most High and unity and being one. 4 is the number of stability. 4 is my favorite number. I have 4 energies in Virgo in my chart, and I also have 4 9s in my birthday. 9/19, 1990. I really like the number 4. It has triangle in it, and I think that's cool. And I like triangles. And I'm a big about me. The auspicious direction, which is like the spiritual direction, when you pray, when you put things on your altar, when you're putting things on on yourself, the order you put things on your plate, the order you eat things. Like if you really want to get intentional with it, you can. And there are people who go above and beyond with these levels of intentions, and that's beautiful. And so, yeah, just getting into that. The auspicious is east and southeast. Wealth is northwest, and love is south. So those are the directions when you meditate in, and when you know, manifest things. Those are the directions you want to face to do those things. Unlucky colors during this time are red and brown. The numbers 3 and 6, which is interesting because those are the numbers of creativity and creation. And so yeah, the careers that are going to be like on the forefront. I like this part. I like this part because I don't know if you guys remember when I was a kid. I used to read those little Chinese horoscope, little psychic books, lotto book things, and like this part would be in it, and it would be like so legit. And now that I'm an adult and I'm coming back into my childhood like being, and I'm doing all the things that I used to do as a child, it's like, dang, I'm really coming back to like the Chinese zodiac stuff that I was really into this stuff as a kid, like especially when I go to like the Chinese buffet all the time, and they had it on menus, and I would get really into it. But I'm coming back into it, getting into it with a different mindset and a different, motivation. But like, it's pretty cool to come back to it, and I really feel like it's accurate because for a lot of reasons. But giving you a couple. One being, one being, so last year it was the metal rat, right? And I told you guys last year, if you guys want to go back to my last year Pisces season, Aquarius season, we need to listen to what I say about the year of the metal rat. I was talking about how y'all need to invest in biotechnology and health and all that stuff like that. And then what happened? COVID happened in March, like literally the next month after I talked about the metal rat. And so what did we do? We invested in Moderna, Gilead Sciences. Right now it's Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson. All these companies that's coming up with vaccines and stuff like that. So if you didn't hear what I said, pause. This will be on YouTube. Y'all can go on YouTube later on and watch this video. Rewind and write down those because you can still actually investment with Moderna has gone up 700% in the last year. So that's pretty crazy. But rewind back to the ops careers during this time. It's a good time for job stability, long-term jobs. Great time for stressful jobs. So if you've been looking for a job that's like fast-paced, things, especially now because the summertime is coming. So all those like high fast summertime, springtime gigs and stuff starting to come out. Doctors, lawyers, and businessmen and teachers are on the forefront during this time. And that's what I had for the year of the ox. And that's fun. So now we're going to get into Pisces and energy in terms of the Kabbalah. As far as the Kabbalah goes, I love it. I love the fact that in the Kabbalah, how it's worded is the purpose of finding the information on your chart and finding about your energy and things like that is so that you can learn about yourself and learn about the things that you need to achieve, conquer, heal, align, and things of that nature within your own planets so that you can, go on into the next life. And that next life might be physically here still, or you might, go into the next life forever. Like, however it seems. And it always seems like that. Walk into your light, you close the track, you don't even remember what it felt like to be in that space anymore. So it is like walking into the next life. But yeah, that's how, the Kabbalah interprets like the zodiac energies and the planetary energies like that. And I like that approach. I appreciate that approach because if nothing grinds my ears more, or it's somebody saying, well, I am a Cancer or I am an Aries, so I am allowed to behave this way. And that's not what it is. And even if you get into like the netters and meta-netter, it also gets into it in that like the depth of learning about your energies and your planetary energies and where your netters are placed in your chart so that you can heal and be prepared for the next life. Okay. So getting into Pisces from a Kabbalah sense. Pisces completes the astrological sign that begins with Aries. It is the central column of the water signs that is controlled by two planets, which is Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter controls two signs, which is Pisces and Sagittarius. These 2 months, Adar and Kislev, are characterized by tremendous miracles that took place because of the energy of Jupiter. Sagittarius marks the miracles of Hanukkah. A dark coined the miracle of Purim, which created by Esther, Mordecai, and the unity between the Jews and Shushan and Persia. I was going to name Ezekiel Malachi. Funny story. Nobody liked that name. This togetherness and mass effort of unconditional sharing caused the miracle that prevented the total extermination of the Israelites in Persia under, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this Jewish name, a that guy. They say the Israelites in Persia during these times. Jupiter is the planet of success, miracles, expansion of the metaphysical vessel, and our extension of our spiritual ability. The second planet that rules Pisces is Neptune, which was discovered only in the 19th century as the planet to rule the abstract. The planet itself has no boundaries or limitations as it is surrounded by gas. It controls intuition, imagination, creativity, and art. It provides us with the ability to see and understand beyond our five senses. And that's another thing. In the coming times, I would like to have a workshop with you guys to get really in depth into the houses and the signs of the planets, because when you get into planets on so many levels, even on a physical level, when you learn about what the planet physically looks like, it helps you remember the energy that that planet provides. Okay, like the colors, each planet has its own sound. It's just so infinite and beautiful. But the combination of these two planets gives Pisces a very powerful emotional ability. They're remarkably sensitive and vulnerable with the strongest intuition of any sign. They are very deep people, whether it comes to opinion, thought, or inspiration. Pisceans have an uncanny talent for sensitivity towards others, where they can truly enter a person's heart and mind and experience the pain and suffering of themselves. They have the metaphysical ability to predict the future, and they can often be psychic and clairvoyant. Many Pisceans have a gift for mathematics, science, and metaphysics. Oh, Einstein was a Pisces. That's fun. The symbol for Pisces is two fish swimming in opposite directions. The fish swimming against the stream represents the powerful Pisces potential. They can be sharks, as charismatic and strong leaders with vision and clarity about leadership that can guide an entire nation, like Moses, who was also a Pisces. But those Pisces, wasn't Jesus a Pisces too? I don't know. But those Pisces who prefer to go with the flow can be weak people who can get carried away easily and are prone to with addictive patterns of behavior. So, you can either be this fish or this fish. I actually have twin sisters that are Pisces, and they're both. That's funny. Yeah, one is way more emotional than the other, but they're both pretty emotional. That's funny. Adar is known for the holiday of Purim. According to the sages, it will be the only holiday that will continue to be celebrated throughout the world after the Messiah comes. When Adar begins, joy enters, as the famous Hebraic phrase goes. It is the month of happiness, miracles, and wonders. It affords us the ability to achieve mind over matter, to overcome our doubts, and connect to the light. Adar is the only month that repeats itself in a single calendar year. Because of the difference between the lunar and the solar year, the sages add an extra Hebrew month to the lunar year in order to balance the two. The instance occurs randomly 7 times every 19 years. When we experience the 2 months of Adar, we are given an extra dose of that powerful energy. Adar is the last of the feminine months, and it's the 6th month since Libra in the Kabbalistic New Year's. 6 represents Yesod, the luminous emanation that transfers energy into Mount Cup. So Adar gives us more potential to become channels for others. So the energy for Pisces is just to be mindful of not becoming self-sacrificial. Peace, Queen. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Right now we're talking about this one Pisces energy, and then we're going to get into the planetary forecast. So coming back into Pisces energy, we actually entered Pisces energy on the 18th this year. Usually we enter between the 19th and the 20th. We were about a day early. Not wrong with it. And we'll be here until March 20th. And this is the last sign of the year before we enter Aries, and we start a new year, y'all. And I'm gonna act up. I can't wait. This one will come out. It's gonna be a must. I'll be like, oh, I'm naked. Did y'all think I wear clothes in the summertime? So 2 fishes swim in opposite directions to illustrate the problem of dealing with conflicting emotions and goals. It also is an illustration of duality, mediator between 2 different realities. It's also depicted as 2 crescent moons facing opposite directions connected by a line, which is duality and connection. So I'm very in tune with my duality. I'm not a Pisces. Actually, Pisces are my opposite. I'm Virgo. And yeah, like outside looking in with like the Pisces, be the naked truth, child. I shall be just as naked as I was born. But yeah, so the thing with Pisces, like outside looking in, some people may say like, oh, you can't make up your mind, you're everywhere, just that, the third. If you look on your chart, if you find your planets, and you look at your planets, if any of them are Pisces energy, that's probably the area in your life where you find yourself um, most fickle. It's also probably an area in your life where you're the most sensitive and intuitive. That's a trigger, like if somebody says something about that